Welcome back to Forex Made Simple. In this video I'm gonna be showing you how exactly I use support and resistance. So what I've noticed with most traders, especially beginner traders, is that they draw a lot of resistance zones, and this ends up complicating their chart. Like you'll find that someone's chart looks like this. They say it's a resistance zone somewhere here. Then they also see this is a resistance zone, and maybe here also is a resistance zone, and here is a resistance zone. So far I'm still on the daily chart, and already my chart is already messed. And when your chart is messed, usually there's something wrong with your analysis. So my approach is to keep it as simple as possible and make sure I only focus on the support and resistance zone which are clearly obvious. So I'm gonna delete all these other ones which are irrelevant. And another thing is that focusing on the old data actually holds you back. But if you focus on the most current data, you are more likely to get high quality setups. The only valid resistance zone that I see here on the daily chart are these two. And from here I move on to the 4-hour time frame. And you can see currently price is between the two lines that I drew. So another undeniable resistance zone is this one right here. So this means that price can push to the upside and then drop off of that resistance zone, or it can push up and break out and retest on that resistance zone. And another zone is this one right here. And another thing that you will notice is that I don't only focus on support and resistance, I actually combine it with patterns. So at this point the pattern that I'm seeing is this one right here, which is a ascending wedge pattern, and this pattern already has 3 touches. And now since it has 3 touches, it's more likely to drop to the downside. So if you don't understand why I say price will drop after the 3rd touch, don't worry, I'm gonna make a video explaining how these patterns work exactly. So at this point, since I'm aware that we have that ascending wedge, I'm actually looking for more sells than buys, since this structure is telling me price is likely to drop down to this place. So another resistance zone which would be useful is this one right here, and that's because price could play around and then pull back to this area to give me that double top right there, which is a very high quality setup, since we have also this pattern confirming the sell. So from here I would wait to see what the market tells me. So I'm just gonna allow price to play, then I will make a decision after that. So right now, as you can see, the price is broken out of the structure very impulsively, and from here there's a very good chance that price will drop down all the way to this point. At this point, another very useful resistance zone is this one right here. And why do I say so? So that's because the price might drop down and then come back to retest this zone and then drop down. And the trade would look something like this. This is a very high quality setup because we have the resistance zone confirming the retest, we have this structure, And all that depends on how price comes to this resistance zone. Because even though I'm looking for sales, I'm aware that price can come here very correctively and form a double bottom right here. Right here to give me a buy. So another thing you can learn from this is that I'm always open-minded for anything, because I know on the market it's not about whether you are right or wrong. It's all about growing your account. So that means you'll have to put your ego aside and take every message that the market gives you. And this is one of the setup that I shared on my free Telegram channel, and I was expecting that drop to the downside. So at this point, for me to see clearly, I'm gonna go to the 1 hour time frame. So right here on the 1 hour, as you can see, price is very corrective. I was actually expecting an impulsive move to the downside, but then price moved correctively. And the corrective move is a sign of weakness. So since the corrective move is to the downside, there's a very high chance of getting a reversal to the upside. And what's interesting on this setup is that this is not just happening anywhere. It's happening close to our resistance zone for that double top that I forecasted. And what I see right here is that we have this descending pattern right here. And the important part at this point is not this structure or the resistance zone. The important part is that this structure is aligned with this resistance zone. So these are two things saying the same thing, and that's a recipe for a high quality setup. So if price can drop to this point and give me a reversal pattern at this point, so as you can see, price is dropping, just touch the resistance zone. If this particular candle closes inside the structure, there's a very high probability that we are gonna have that buy. I'm gonna switch to the 15 minutes time frame to make sure I have a full view of what's happening right here. So as you can see right now, we have 3 consecutive green candles, and they are not just anywhere. They are on a third touch of a descending structure, which signals a buy. And on top of that also, we are on a support zone. So this is a very good indicator that we might be going all the way to the upside. So this is where I decided to place my buy entry, and the stop loss is just below the support zone, and the take profit of course is on this resistance line, because there's still a possibility of getting something like this, which is a double top, given that we have the first top right here and this will be our second top. So that's why my take profit is on that resistance zone. And let's see what happens after here. So that's it for this video. I hope you learned something. So if you like this type of content, make sure you subscribe so that you never miss any future video. See you on the next video.